It's Ray.
Hey, I'm looking for someone to come out and give me a price on installing sod or possibly grass seed.
Where are you at?
Sonoya?
Okay. My name's Ray. Were you the one on next door?
Yes.
Right. Well, I think I responded or said I got all the equipment to do it and all that.
Yeah.
That's me. I don't do seed, so because from a contractor standpoint, you can't do seed and it guaranteed it's going to grow.
Yeah, I would prefer sod, but I don't know if I can afford it. I don't have any idea how much it would be. But
well, do you have any idea how many square feet you got?
No.
Okay, if you could text me the address, then I can come by. I live in Sonora. I can come out there and look at it after I get done working today.
Okay. What I'm interested in, I'll tell you what I'm interested in a text. All right.
Okay. Oh, you can tell you. I got a few minutes. I'm riding between jobs.
Okay. I really would like something nice, so I'm thinking. So I want something that's drought tolerant, so I don't have to constantly be watering it.
Right.
And what else do I want? And I want it to, look good. So
right, neat.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of things, a couple of grasses you're not even going to even look at. You're not going to be looking at fescue. You don't want any cool weather grass. You're going to want Bermuda or centipede, St. Augustine, or zoysia. Now zoysia is right up there as the most expensive. Bermuda probably the least expensive, and then sometimes the centipede is right up there with the Bermuda. So, but you don't want any cool weather grass, no matter what anybody tells you. I cut grass, and people will try to sell you on, fescue. Don't do it because it won't ever grow. It'll die every year. Then you want grass that's low maintenance, high drought, and nice and green during the summer, and right.
Yeah.
So.
And the thing is, I'm hoping I'm here when you come, because I just want to explain a couple of things, like where I would want the grass.
What's the area look like as far as shade tolerance and all that? Do you have a lot of shade?
Well, we don't have a lot. Well, somewhat shade. We have I think it's a maple tree in the front, which I hate because it's got the high roots,
Yeah.
So we're debating taking that down, or if you could take some of those roots out and see how it does with, thinning out the tree and taking some of the roots out.
Right. See, when I do sod installs, if I don't think it has enough shade, then I don't want to do it, because whatever I do has got to work. It's got to work. There's no because it's expensive, and I don't want to spend time doing something that we're going to have to readdress. Again and again and again. I want to make sure that we do it is in the best scenario to win.
Right. So that's why I want you to come out and you give your opinion and price, and we'll see where we go from there.
All right. Well, shoot me the address, and we'll just go from there. Okay, Robin. So just FYI, now you know that any grass that you put down right now, you're not really going to reap the benefits of it until the spring.
Yeah.
So,
but isn't now the time?
Well, to me, if I'm a homeowner and I'm paying a contractor, it's not the best time. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't know if it's going to green up or not until it actually does.
Yeah.
So now, here you are, done spent a couple $1,000s on Bermuda or whatever grass you got. You done paid the contractor. The contractor done went on about his business, and now come May, it ain't growing like it's supposed to, or some pieces are dying, or you're not going to know that until then. That's the only drawback.
So I'm better off waiting until
I mean, I'm just telling you, if it were me. Now, your situation, if it were me and I'm paying a contractor, because they ain't, all of them are going to be, any contractor you hire, me or somebody else, it's all expensive. There ain't nothing cheap anymore.
Yeah, right.
So you want to make the right moves at the right times to get since you can't do nothing about the price point, you can do something about the timing and the likelihood of success.
Right.
Now, with that being said, I have never laid sod down and it not grow no matter what time I lay it down.
Right.
But you're not going to, there's no instant gratification here. Okay?
Say that again?
There's no instant gratification here if you do sod now, whether I do it or somebody else does it.
Right.
You're not going to be like, oh wow, it's beautiful next week or 2 weeks or whenever we put the sod down. You're not going to reap the beauty of it until next year.
Yeah.
So,
but if we waited, we would get it.
Well, you're right. Well, you spend your money and you would have results shortly thereafter, instead of 6 or 7 months.
So there's no. So if we were going to wait till next spring, there's no sense in getting the price now because things change.
Well, right. Well, this price is going to be about the same. What you can do is you can buy just some old. What's out there now? Just weedy grass, or?
Well, yeah, we had a guy coming out and just. My husband does the cutting, and we had a guy coming out and just treating for the weeds. But he was getting real expensive, and it wasn't looking that good. So
I
we
don't
stopped
recommend any
that.
of those guys.
We stopped that about a year ago, and of course now it looks awful.
Right.
So yeah.
Well,
so my husband cuts it, and it doesn't look too bad after he cuts it. But
we can address the maple tree and see if you got enough shade there. But what you can do, just if you want to wait, and I'm not pro waiting or not, I'm a contractor, so I'm just giving you the lowdown on the lowdown.
Yeah. No, I love it.
I mean, so. That's why people have me do a lot of work, because I really ain't got no skin in the game, you know.
Yeah, right.
I'm not. I've
Thank
been doing
you for
this
your
a long
honesty.
time.
Yeah. Did you say your name was Ryan or Ray?
Ray, R-A-Y.
Okay, yeah, my husband's Ray too.
Well, that's easy to remember.
Well,
see, there's some connection here. We don't see it yet.
I know. Well, let me talk to my husband and see what he thinks, and if.
I'll do whatever you want to do. Shoot me the address. I'll look at it. We can talk. We can discuss it after I get done working, and then we can, while I'm standing there looking at everything, and we can kind of see what it's going to take to do what you want to do.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right, I'm going to send you the address and have you come out either way.
Yeah. Do that.
All right.
All right.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ray.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That didn't sound too bad, though.
No, that's great.
I mean, that's
the honesty that people love.
Yeah, they love that shit. I don't give a damn if she does sod right now or not. Right. If it's me, I'm not.
Right.
I'm telling her the truth. I'm not gonna lay sod at my house right now unless they're giving the sod away for free.
Not gonna pay a contractor for that.
I'm damn sure not gonna pay a contractor that I don't know to do a job, and I won't know if he did it right or if it's any good until May.
Right.
He ain't gonna get no money back at that point.
Yes, contractor's just gonna scan through it.
Yeah.
Out the lowest work available.
I guarantee you, she's gonna that if she has it done, she'll let me do it.
Yeah, she'll.
I guarantee it.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Because I really don't. It doesn't matter. You know, these other contractors, they
get the skin in the game.
Well, they'll be trying to get her to do it tomorrow.
That's what I mean.
You know. Yeah. And see, I'll milk it for a lot more, because I'll get the tree too. I'll get a fucking tree down too and get another grant.
Yeah, I was gonna say high roots gone.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say if you take too many roots out, you're gonna kill the tree. So if you want pretty Bermuda or zoysia grass here, you need to get rid of the tree. And that'll prompt me to go buy a stump grinder for my skid steer. Yeah. I've been wanting to buy one, and I've been saving a little bit of money here and there, and buy, you know, a stump grinder on the front of my skid steer was gold.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. I
can take the tree, grind the stump, do the sod, get $4 or $5 grand out of that one job in a couple of days.
Right.
Shit, that's gangster. But it'd be hard if I'm her. I'm thinking about, okay, this guy right here, he's not the typical contractor that I've been talking to. Because when I saw her thing on Nextdoor, oh, I can come do it. I can lay it anytime. I can do it tomorrow. You know, that's what these guys were saying in the comments, and you know, trying to get her to call them. She said, I need somebody that can do sod installation. I said, look, I just did a matter of fact. I said, look, I do it all, from grading, drainage, to the sod, to trimming the trees up if needed. And been to 17 years. I own all my equipment. So a lot of these guys, they'll have to go rent equipment and shit, you know, to do it. I got a power rake. Shit.
Right. You're gonna go buy a piece of equipment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people would have to go. I can do it cheaper than somebody that's got to rent a machine. Right. Because I can damn power rake it. And if it's just a small area,
right,
you know,
it could be tiny. Yeah.
One of the better sod jobs that we did, man, is Miss Morley's, man. You know, in front of Miss Morley's house. Yeah, I know. That sod is fucking top notch, man.
It is, yeah.
The grade is beautiful. It's smooth on the mower. Then I had that dumbass that was out here, Toby. I told him, I said, I got 2 pounds of sod, man. I'll give you $2.75 to lay the 2 pounds of sod. Cash money. Yeah. You know, I said, but I'm not fucking with the sod. I don't want to touch it. That's what I told him, right? He got mad when I was up. I said, I told him, I said, okay, man, I don't even want to do the sod job. I was telling those people, just like I was telling just like I was telling her.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, but I will.
Right.
You know, and it was Miss Morley, so she's like, I don't care, just do it. So Toby said, I want to do it. I'll do it. I got mad experience laying sod, man. I can do it. I said, how much do you need to get? And he says, I don't know. I said, I'll give you $275. He said 300. I said, I'll give you $275. He said, done. I said, but look, I'm not touching the sod, dude. Right. I'll set everything up. I'll come over there, bring the skid steer over there where you can move the pallets around with the skid steer, and $275. It was the worst sod job I've ever. It's terrible. I cut a grass yesterday, and though the sod greened up, the ground is fucking just stupid. I mean, it's. I'm like, dude, you said you had experience in this. He said, I do. I said, dude. He said, it'll grow. I said, yeah, but the ground needs to be smooth underneath the sod, dumbass. Yeah. He got fired after that. Y'all, so I'm going over here to look at this sod job real quick. You know, the one, by now y'all have seen the footage where I'm on the phone with the lady. I'm not going to recommend that she do it now, but if they want to, you know, I'll do it. But there's a lot of you know, no, Ray, that ain't how you do business. Well, but that's how I do business, man, because I know what's the best. I don't know, the best time to do this, man. Get my damn hat on right. The best time to do this, and you know, but if she wants to, if they want to do it, you know, I'll do it. I'm going to recommend that they wait until spring at this point, because, well, there's no, you know, like I told her. And I try to keep it real with the customers, man. I know a lot of guys think that I'm some dishonest kind of guy out here, but what I know, and a lot of people don't know, is you ain't got to beat nobody to make damn good money. And I'm not going to, you know, I would recommend, and if they say, hey, Ray, we want you to do it now, and they insist, then I say, okay. Or they might just say, okay, thank you, and I'm not making no money going over here and looking at this. I'm not going to make anything. But see, I'm a relationship builder, and that takes practice. And, you know, in order to practice, if you will, I'll go over here and look at it, because this is what I do, man. So, and if I can get the job, and we schedule it for next week or next year, I'd rather them wait until spring, and they're right down the street here. They're only about 2 miles from me, so we'll just see what. I'll try to get some video over there, but right now I gotta save the camera life. This is the tree right here, y'all. 700. So I met with them, and there's two things that they need to do, and I could have got the sod job and done it now, but I told them I wouldn't even do the sod job. What we're gonna do, and I didn't get a lot of footage. I didn't get no footage except for when I was getting ready to leave. The grass there is Bermuda already, so at the end of the day, that Bermuda can come back, but it's got to be put in a position to win. And right now, with that tree there and all those roots, it can't win. So I'm gonna take the tree out for the 700, and I don't have to haul it off or nothing. Just take it down and God almighty, man. Just take it down and put it by the road. It's a maple tree, and they want to get rid of it. It's got roots going everywhere, and you know, so that's really what they want to do first. But they probably would have been down if I'd have sold them on it, you know, the maple tree, and then put sod down. But I didn't want to do it, man. Because I don't think it's necessary. They're going to have to put some sod down, but I don't think they need no 5 or 6 pallets. They might be able to get away with 1 or 2. It's 6 o'clock, and I'm leaving from over there. So what ended up happening is they want to do sod. But they're not informed enough to know the best scenario. And so when I got over there, I was looking at the grass, and it's Bermuda there now. and it's not dead or nothing. It just it's not getting enough sun, especially up around that top corner. So I told them, the first thing that what they did is they asked me, said, "Hey Ray, if this were your house, what would you do?" And that's what I told them straight up. I said, "Well, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this tree. So, and then I'm gonna go through the winter like that, and then when the grass starts greening up next spring, that's when I would put sod down, because they thought that they were going to have to do the whole yard, and I don't think they have to, because Bermuda is the type of grass that can come back from damn near anything. That as long as it's treated right, and water and a little fertilizer on it and enough sun, you can't kill it. I mean, you just can't. And that whole yard has been in a scenario where it's not getting enough sun. So I didn't want to do the sod job. I just told them, I said, I wouldn't do sod right now. And they're down. They're like, Ray, that makes plenty of sense. Because at the end of the day, if I put sod, and this is how I communicate with people that don't know me, and what I do is I just tell them the truth, and sometimes that stings a little bit for them, but more times than not, they are open to that, because most of the time when I tell them things that I got a lot of experience in, and sod is one of them, contrary to what anybody might think or say, that what I'm saying makes sense if you just sit down and think about it for a minute. There's no point in them hiring a contractor, me or anybody else, to put sod down right now. The tree's got to go. Okay? No point in putting sod down. And they were telling me that another guy came over there and was looking at it, and he was telling them, they could bring the sod up around the bottom of the tree, and the Bermuda would grow fine there, and all that. And so that, well, he wasn't being honest with them. And a lot of contractors are like that because they need money. They're trying to get the job. And I tell the customer real quick, I mean, I'm here. Obviously, I want the job, or I'm thinking about the job, or I wouldn't be here. But I'm not gonna undercut and do a job when it ain't ready and it ain't time, just because I'm broke. You know why? Because I ain't never broke. That's why. My back ain't never on the wall when it comes to my finances. At least not yet in my lifetime. It's been times have been strenuous sometimes, but never where I'm enough for me to lie to people about work and what needs to happen. And people can come in the comments and say all day long, "Ray, you don't know nothing about none of that." Well, what kind of sense does it make for them to plant sod right now, or to lay sod right now? It don't make no sense, because you're not going to know how green it's going to be until next year. So why would I sell them on sod? I'm going just the opposite way. I'm not selling them on sod, and I'm telling them why. Because you're going to hire a contractor, you're going to pay a contractor $2,000, $3,000, whatever, and then you're going to have to wait to see what kind of job he did for 6 months. No. I wouldn't do it if it were my house. I'm not going to pay a contractor that I don't know, $3,000, $2,000, $2,500, whatever, and me have to wait on the results. Now, if I know the contractor, like most of the people that I do sod for, if I know them, then that's different. And sometimes customers just insist no matter what. And if they had insisted, then I would have been more open to it. But once I saw that money is a factor, right? It ain't a factor to everybody, but it is to most. And timing is a factor. So why spend that money now when you can spend it in April? And you may not even have to spend that much in April that you would now, because a lot of the grass, after the tree's gone, a lot of the grass is gonna start coming back once it starts getting enough sun and chemicals and all that. They're going to have to get it. They're going to aerate it and do a few things to it to get it pretty green. But they can do that. It's best cheaper than putting new sod down. So what I did push, and it makes sense, is the tree. Let's get the tree out of here and get all the roots out of here where the ground can get some sunlight. And that made sense to them. And then they're not spending all the money at one time. If that makes sense to y'all. It made sense to them, so I know it makes sense to y'all. And I'm not wasting my time. That tree job's going to be so easy that I'll make $700. And I told him I'd do it for $700, and I don't have to haul it off for nothing. And the husband said he's got a chainsaw. He'll come out there and work too. And then he came back and he said, "I got a chainsaw. It's an electric chainsaw." I'm like, "No, man. No. I'll put one of them 201Ts in his hand if he wants to work." So I don't even need no labor over there. I'll walk out of there with $700 in 2 hours, tops. And then I'll get the sod job too. Hide and watch. Because why is that, y'all? Because I don't lie to them. I don't deceive them. I don't play kiddie games with them. And I'm a relationship builder. That's what I do. So that's what you got to be in order to make decent money out here. And I know there's people that make a lot more money than me, but that's how I do it. And my channel's all about me, not about how everybody else does shit. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna edit the video. This video right here is probably gonna be separate from the main video today. This video is gonna consist of the phone call that I had in the truck with her, and this part right here. So relationship building is critical when you live in small areas like I do. And I would think that most guys in my spot, that's what they want. That's why do you think I've cut 85% of my lawns or so for 10 years or more? Because I have a relationship with the customer. It's not and I've had to weed out the ones that want to play kiddie games, and some of them still do, but there's still a relationship. Some relationships are better than others, just like in every part of life. But that's how I roll, man. Relationship building 101, man. And don't deceive the customer. There's too many other ways to get information these days to be lying to the customer, because they'll find out you're lying to them. A simple Google search would find some of that stuff out. So they told me I could do the tree anytime. So wow, it's another damn job. So I got, and those people ain't gonna hire nobody else. What you blowing your horn at, dude? I mean, damn. They ain't gonna hire nobody else. Why would they? The other guy came in there trying to sell them on side. told them they needed 5 pallets. The other people were so hungry for money that they didn't even look at the grass that's there now. I'm not a grassologist, but I know Bermuda. I got it in my yard. I know one time I spilled weed killer it spilled on the lawnmower foot plate of my lawnmower, and I had big dead spots all in my front yard. And the next year I treated it a little bit, put a little extra water on it, and bam, that shit came right back. But it's got to have sunlight and it's got to have water. And in her case, they need some chemicals. But that's a lot cheaper than doing 5 pallets of sod, So that's what I do, man. That's how I am. That's how I roll. And I don't really even know any other way, man. And it's boded well for me. So for all y'all haters, put that in your pipe and smoke on that.